Okay, welcome everybody. This is the April edition of our the PTAC seminar advancement presentations, and today we're going to talk about venturing advancement, and we have with us our VOA president and VOA vice president. VOA president, Mr. Shriman Patel, VOA vice president, Ms. Emily Boyd. And Emily is going to be our primary presenter tonight. So thank you very much for taking on this task and sharing with us your knowledge on all the different venturing advancement. Emily, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Troy. So the basics of venturing advancement starts with the 4 pillars of venturing, which is often called the ALPS model, which stands for adventure, leadership, personal growth, and service. The venturing requirements can build upon requirements completed in Scouts BSA. So a requirement for setting up 2 different lays of fire in Scouts BSA can also count towards venturing rank advancement. However, there are often venturing requirements that build upon the skills taught in Scout BSA and go further beyond what is covered in the Scouts BSA program. So for the 4 venturing ranks, we start with the venturing rank, whose focus is just joining venturing. My highlighted requirements were: you have to participate in an activity outside of a crew meeting, you have to complete a personal safety awareness training, you have to complete an interview with your advisor and your crew president, and you also participate in a crew induction ceremony. This is the equivalent of the Scouts rank for venturing. The next rank is the Discovery rank. This rank's focus is on participation in the venturing program. The highlighted requirements are: you need to complete basic CPR and first aid, you need to complete the venturing goal setting and time management training, as well as the introduction to leadership skills for crews. You will also have to set and complete a personal goal with the guidance of your crew advisor. You will also complete 24 hours of service, half done on your own and half done under the guide with your crew, or under the guise of venturing. The board of review for this rank is done at the unit level and is run by other youth. The next rank is the Pathfinder rank. Its rank's focus is on leadership. The highlighted requirements are: you must serve as a leader for a crew adventure, you'll need to complete the venturing project management training, you'll need to plan and run a recruitment event, you'll need to complete 36 hours of service, half with your crew, you'll need to participate in an ethical controversy discussion, you'll need to set 2 personal goals and achieve them, and also serve in a position of leadership in your crew. The board of review for this rank is also done at the unit level, also by other youth in your crew. The final rank in venturing, equivalent to the Eagle Scout rank in Scouts BSA, is the Summit rank. Its rank's focus is on mentoring. Some highlighted requirements are that you have to participate in and plan a high adventure trip. You must complete the venturing mentoring training, and then you must mentor another adventurer in planning an event. You need to plan and complete a service project for another organization. This is a project very similar to an Eagle Scout project, but it cannot be the same project. You'll need to lead an ethical controversy discussion, and you'll also need to create a personal code of conduct. For the Summit rank, the board of review is handled by the Council Venturing Committee and the VOA, the Council Venturing Officers Association. Those are our 4 venturing ranks. Venturing also has numerous specialty awards that Scouts can earn. These focus in different areas and are not required as a part of rank advancement, though some of the requirements you complete while doing the specialty awards will help you towards the 4 rank advancement. The first specialty award is the Ranger Award. It is the BSA. It is Scouting America's highest level outdoor achievement award. It is a challenging outdoor skills program. There are 8 core requirements in first aid, wilderness survival, emergency preparedness, communication, leave no trace, cooking, land navigation, and conservation. And then you need to complete 4 of 18 electives, such as ecology, equestrian, project cope, scuba, cave exploring, and outdoor living history. A lot of the emphasis in this award is on teaching to other scouting units, such as troops or packs. Many of the electives conclude by giving a presentation about what you have learned to another scouting unit or another group of youth. The next Venturing Specialty Award is the Quest Award, which is the Personal Fitness in Sports Award. Its 5 core requirements include Venturing Quest Essentials, Fitness for Life, Sports Assessment, Sports Disciplines, and Sports First Aid. And then venturers must complete 1 elective, such as the Heritage of Sports, Sports Nutrition, Drugs-Free Sports, Communications, or the History and Heritage of the Disabled Sports Movement. The emphasis on the Quest Award isn't on engaging other youth towards being active and physically fit for life. The Trust Award is the Civics and Religious Interest Award. It has requirements and electives underneath those requirements. The requirements include the predominant sections of tending your faith, respecting the beliefs of others, understanding other cultures, serving your community, and transforming our society. This award has a strong emphasis about learning about other cultures and religions different from your own. The Venturing Supernova Award is the STEM award for the Venturing NC Scouts program. There are 8 Nova awards to earn. There is Launch, which focuses on science, Something from Nothing, which focuses on technology, Hang On, which focuses on engineering, and Numbers Don't Lie, which focuses on math. Then, within the Supernova Award, there are 3 levels. There's the Dr. Sally Ride Bronze Award, the Wright Brothers Silver Award, and the Dr. Albert Einstein Gold Award. Then we have the Venturing Shooting Sports Medal. This builds off of the Ranger Shooting Sports elective, but instead of just completing 1 or 2 disciplines, venturers must now complete 5 of the 7 disciplines. Current disciplines include air pistol, air rifle, archery, muzzle loading rifle, shotgun, pistol, and small bore rifle. Then, for people more focused on conservation, we have the Venturing World Conservation Award. This conservation award is based on thinking globally and acting locally. Its requirements include the Ranger Ecology elective, presenting to a troop or pack, explaining the interconnectivity of the world, and completing an environmental study. There's an emphasis on teaching conservation skills as well as leading other scouts and participating in conservation. Building off of the World Conservation Award, we have the Venturing Distinguished Conservation Service Award. It's a conservation award very similar to the World Conservation Award about thinking globally and acting locally. Its requirements include the Ranger Ecology elective, the Ranger Plants and Wildlife elective, as well as 2 substantial conservation projects, as well as completing an environmental study. For this award, people also must be able to teach and lead conservation activities. Then, we also have the Venturing Leadership Award, which is given to venturers, venturing advisors, and other venturing leaders who made exceptional contributions to venturing. The purpose of this award is to recognize someone who excels above and beyond the expectations for participating in the venturing program. It is to recognize someone who's a servant leader and made a large impact on venturing. The award is approved by the Venturing Key 3, which includes the Council Venturing Committee Chair, the Venturing Officers Association Advisor, and the Venturing Staff Advisor. That concludes my brief presentation on the venturing ranks as well as some of the venturing specialty awards. I have listed the Venturing Officers Association email on the slide if you would like to contact us if you have any further questions.
I did have one on the Nova Awards. It said there were 8, but only 4 were listed. Or perhaps I misread that.
I didn't list all of them on the slide.
Okay. Thank you. That sums it up.
And Jim also, and also for everybody else, for if anybody has questions about the STEM Nova and Supernovas, you can reach out to Don Harris.
Cool. Thank you.
If anyone else has questions, now is the time to ask. Okay, I think that just means Emily did a great job.
Yes, absolutely.
Are there any further questions?
For the betterment of the youth, what have you seen, or what have the officers seen as maybe the biggest stumbling blocks that the youth might perceive, but really are not once they get into it? You know, for a particular recognition. Is there anything that stands out in your mind?
Well, from Don, from my perspective, and I would say that Emily and Shreeman have been addressing it, was the training aspects, because there's a number of training courses that had to be taken to advance through the ranks.
Mhm.
And with COVID and a lot of the kids moving on, we lost, and those trainings have to be taught by youth. We lost our training cadre that was doing this when Kim and I were in this back in the came into this in 2016 after COVID. We lost most of those youth. So Emily and Shreeman and a number of other youth have been rebuilding that for PTAC now over the last 4 or 5 months now.
Cool.
Another big thing is the fact that some people just don't know about these awards, which is kind of what the point of the seminar was to increase some awareness about it in the council. But again, one of the purposes of the VOA is to promote these awards and just the venturing program in general to the youth in the council. So.
Mhm. Yep. Good job. Great job on the presentation, everybody.
Okay, doesn't sound like we have any more questions. Mr. Troy is still there?
I have a question. Don Harris, what is your,
What-
I came in late, so
Okay.
I didn't catch your,
I can give you a little bit of background. So I work with Pat Troy and Amanda on the Council Advancement Committee as far as with the emphasis of STEM. From 2019 through 2022 or 23, I was actually the national chairman for the STEM and Scouting Committee. And we basically, when the national directive was to take the national awards and push it down to the local councils because of COVID, because of the bankruptcy and everything. The decision was made because of the business model where it's not effective to have a 1.5% rate of return. So they were going to sunset it. Several councils in the country had a very strong STEM and scouting program, and they pushed back at it. So the chief scout exec basically pushed it down and said, okay, councils, you can run it, but you can't change the requirements until just recently. So
Oops.
so anyway, so a little bit for the youth and the adult standpoint, for youth to work on the Nova Awards, you have to work with a Nova counselor that's registered in that position from the unit or in the district. So you can cross districts. It's not a problem.
Right.
And as you get interested in a particular Nova or two, then if the youth is interested in more things, then to challenge them to go for the first Supernova Award, which is the Dr. Sally Award, and
Mhm.
then the second one and the third one. So when you're doing the Dr. Albert Einstein, that can take up to a year or more to obtain that one. I've actually worked with 9 or 10 youth across the country that have actually earned that award, and they basically specialize in one area in STEM for their career. So it's similar to like the Distinguished Conservation Award for like
Right.
or the previous Silver Hornaday Award. It's or those that have like the Summit and the Quartermaster and the Eagle together. So it's very it's dedicated. So when a youth walks away from that, they are going to really have a lot of doors that can be opened up because they now have networking with adults in their field of special.
Exactly. So
So
are you a counselor? Do you know
I'm
counselors?
the Supernova mentor and also a Nova counselor. So
So
the
you're,
best
are you the only one in our council or district?
No, there's a whole slew of counselors that are registered, and there's a handful of Supernova mentors that are also registered. So for
How
their
do,
so
how do, how do
how do you go
you,
about
how do you,
oh,
yeah,
how do you go
because,
about doing that?
because there are merit badge counselors that you could access and give them access. Do, as far as I know, for me and Chuck, we don't have that privilege of opening Scout Book and
Right,
giving a
okay.
counselor.
So what I would suggest, and I'm going to put Pat on the spot,
Okay.
and I can either follow up with Pat or Amanda. What I would suggest is that your council registrar in the area or the if you're associated with one district, I know the VOA isn't big enough yet to where you have individual districts, but if you
Right.
approach either Amanda or Pat, they can get a list of who's registered as Nova counselors. So basically, anybody that has a high school education as an adult is qualified to be
Right.
a Nova counselor. For a Supernova mentor, you have to fill out a form similar like the merit badge counselor list. Why should I select you as a counselor? You know, why would you be qualified for a merit badge counselor? What skills do you bring to the table that you can help work with the youth on? And then once you fill that application out, that's in addition to the Scouting America general adult application. So
Oh,
once
that's awesome.
so
That's
once
awesome.
you complete that,
Okay.
then that gets submitted to the advancement council advancement committee, and I will go through and review the qualifications for this to see to where you know what specialty. So a lot of
Okay.
times what we'll do is it's not just specific to one crew or one ship or one troop or pack. It's if you have the time, I would suggest you get familiar because some of the requirements at the older youth, they have to present to a younger youth program. So
Right.
being familiar with that.
Right.
So yeah, getting a list of Nova counselors, and so it's for the Nova counselor, it's just a matter of filling out another adult application and just saying Nova counselor on it. And you can do that as a multiple registered individual. There's no additional fees.
Right.
Same way with the Supernova mentor, you would have to, would fill out a form for that separately from the Nova counselor, but I would strongly recommend you do both.
Okay. All right, great. Thanks.
Yep. Are there
Any
any,
other questions?
any other questions that someone might have? We do I do know that there's at least probably 10 or 15 Supernova mentors across the council. So it's a matter. So what I'll do is I'll reach out to Amanda to see if she can get that, pull that report, and then that way also it's to see who the Nova counselors are, or for at least for the venturing. Now, one thing that many people don't realize is for the venturing program, when they came up with the Nova Supernova program for Scouts BSA and the Cub Scout program, they basically said, okay, now what do we do for the older program? And they quickly, I'm sorry, but they quickly slapped something together before I was involved with it. But the easiest way to think of it is for the venturing explorations. Those are similar to like merit badges. So you're just taking a little bit more knowledge from the venturing standpoint of what you would have done in a merit badge with a scout troop. So, and then once you had earn the exploration, then you're probably close to 50% done with completing the Nova award, you know, for the entry level position. So again, it's like the tip of the iceberg. It's piquing the curiosity of the youth for that, for either STEM, science, technology, engineering, or math areas. Well, and there's got to be more questions than that, right?
Well, it sounds like as we're trying to finish up questions, maybe I can go about and shut down the recording on there. But thanks very much to Emily for giving this presentation tonight, and thanks everybody for attending and everyone who's kind of chimed in on that. All right.
Yep.